folks, we have some news coming fresh off the press. This was posted 8 minutes ago from FX Street. Silver skyrockets over 2% amid double bottom confirmation. What we all thought would happen is happening. Silver is holding its ground, and it's easier to go upwards now and harder for it to go lower. Breaking below 30, that's a lot harder than going above 31, which is big news for silver and the potential. Silver breaks $30.73 neckline, surges past 31 to trade at 31.40. Bullish momentum affirmed by RSI with resistance at 31.75, 32, and 32.51, which is the year-to-date high. Key support levels is 31, 30.73, which is the June 21st high, and 29.82, which is the 50-day moving average for potential pullbacks. Silver price confirmed a double bottom chart pattern sponsored by weaker than expected U.S. inflation data that puts back into the table discussion about whether the Federal Reserve would begin to ease monetary policy. Therefore, silver trades at 31.40, moving up more than 2%. And actually, it's above 31.40. Last time I checked, it was 31.56. So silver is heading towards higher highs. Remember, we have resistance at 31.75, and if it breaks above that, 32. Now, folks, like I've been saying time and time again, when we broke past that $30 psychological barrier that we kept banging our heads against, once we broke past that, it means it's a lot easier for it to go higher, and it's a lot harder for it to go lower. Where $30 used to be the resistance barrier, now that's the bottom. That's what it's actually more likely not to break below, whereas before it was more than likely not going to break above. The tables have turned, and now silver's looking extremely bullish. And if you wanted a cheap, safe, reliable place to purchase from, look no further. Miles Franklin's the best. We have $50, $250 over spot. We have 10th ounce gold eagles, $39 over melt. We also have 2024 10th ounce gold eagles, $50 over melt. And we have 2024 silver eagles, $5.95 over spot, along with many other crazy cheap prices like Buffalo Rounds, $235, 10 ounce bars as low as $225. Hit me up, Slayer at milesfranklin.com, or call me 330-485-6172. And if you want a chance to win silver at the end of every month, then come join the Secret Silver Society. Basic members get 1 raffle ticket per monthly drawing. Elite members get 2 tickets. I'll be going live on Patreon July 31st to pick the first winner. The club discussion board is so much fun. Everyone's already meeting each other, already discussions of the best silver miners, best types of silver to buy right now. I'm super excited about this. Come join the club and hang out with us. Links in the description or the pinned comment. Now, folks, as we revert back to this article, and by the way, thank you for sitting through all the various different things I have to offer for you guys. As we refer back to this, I want to ask you a question. Do you think it's more realistic if we hit $34? And I'm using 34 because that's the same price that we talked about on the phone, or one of my friends talked about on the phone, is do you think we would hit $40 first or like $29 first? And that's if we reach $34. So, which one do you think? I think personally, if silver goes up to $34, we would reach $40 first before, meaning it's more likely we would reach $40 than if it's at 34 and we go back down to 29 or 28. And that's because there's so much price discovery at 34 and onwards, because last time we saw even 32.52 was on the way to 50 in 2011, was on the way to $50. So there's actually a better chance that we would reach 40. Now, would it sit at 40? No, it would definitely fall back down, but there would be so much price discovery where there would probably be just panic buying and impulse buying and flooding the markets, going into extreme overbought territory, and then there would be a pullback coming afterwards. So no, it wouldn't sit at 40, but it would probably go up there and then probably trickle back down a little bit. But the whole point is that since we are going into unknown waters, unknown territory, there's a better chance that we see extremely high prices before it breaks back down, especially since there's so much support at above $30 now. So let's look at this. Silver prices confirmed a double bottom chart pattern, sponsored by weaker than expected U.S. inflation data. And that puts back into the table discussion about whether the Federal Reserve would begin to ease monetary policy. So, I mean, just think about this. And there's going to be so many other circumstances and situations and data that's coming out that's going to continue to be bullish for silver, especially heading till the end of the year with the massive BRICS meeting in October and, of course, the election. So let's look at this. Here's a price analysis. The gray metal finally cleared the double bottom neckline at $30.73. And by the way, this article came out, remember, like 8 minutes ago. So this is fresh stuff talking about the price of silver, which opened the door for Thursday's rally above the $31 figure. It hit a 6-week high of $31.75 before settling at around current spot prices. Momentum shows buyers are regaining control, as depicted in the Relative Strength Index, or the RSI. This opens the door for further upside in silver. Silver's next resistance would be $31.75, followed by the $32 psychological figures. Once surpassed, the May 29th peak of $32.15 emerges ahead of the year-to-date high at $32.51. Further gains are seen above the latter. Conversely, if silver tumbles beneath $31, that could exacerbate a pullback. The next demand zone will be the June 21st high at $30.73, followed by $30. See, that's much less likely in my opinion, because there's so much buying right now. If silver dips below 31, everyone's going to be jumping on that, because we already know that it's going to be back above 31 since it's so comfortably sitting there. So folks, if you're waiting to get in, this might be the bottom. This might be the lowest price for you to get in at. I mean, look at prices right now. We see silver at 31.42, comfortably sitting there, right? It's not like, and look at this. It's not like, look at this green line, right? It's not like we're seeing a situation that's happened time and time and time again. That's not the case. That's not the case. And look at each one of these charts. Here's the 1-year chart for silver. Look how beautiful that looks. Here's the 60-day chart, right? It's not like this keeps happening. We are in, here's the 10-year chart. Look at that. That puts things into perspective. And this is what I said, like the past 10 years, the average price of silver has been really low, right? I mean, I started stacking around this area. I don't know if you can see my cursor, but July 2015, right? Like silver was about $15 the majority of my stacking career. I remember the first time it broke above 20, the July 2016 high of $21 silver. You see that right there? July 2016. I remember we like celebrated. That was like silver winning the Super Bowl. Like silver broke above 20. And now it's comfortably sitting above 30. And actually now you can see it's stabilized there. So now it's going to most likely sit even higher. Look at the 6-month high. Right, so for it to drop back down to like 28, that looks a lot less likely, especially given so much momentum. So I do think we are in a very interesting situation with silver, especially looking forwards what's ahead. Now we do have like this price outlook, and this is actionforex.com. Will strong demand and tight supply keep prices shining? Well, that's definitely true. If you want some proof on that, look at usfunds.com showing the commodities halftime report. Look at this. Silver's 4th year of market deficits could spell opportunity. Look at this. Last year we saw a deficit of 184 million ounces in the red. Now we're talking about 215 million ounces in the red for 2024. That is massive, folks. In the last 3 years alone, we're over 500 million ounces in the red. Look at that, 263 plus 184 plus 215. That is definitely well above, not well above 500. That's about 500 ounces, 500 million ounces in the red. Think about that, folks. Like, that's huge. And those numbers are actually much bigger since we don't even incorporate aerospace or military in, our numbers. So I'm going to actually cover this in a separate video, though, because there's a lot of digging in to do, with those pieces of information. But, you gotta really think about where silver's headed, because I know a lot of people are waiting for a pullback because it is a lot higher right now. But who knows if we can get that pullback, since we're already stabilizing well above 30. Like the days of you thinking you're going to get it at 28 or 29, I feel like are long over. I feel like that's long over. Now, I could be completely wrong. I mean, who knows? Who knows? But I am saying, there are double bottom confirmations. There's definitely, the charts are looking more bullish than bearish right now. So it's not just speculation. The numbers are also referring to that happening. So yeah, what do you think though? I'm curious what you think about this. I'm gonna ask in the discussion board of the Silver Society's discussion board. I'm gonna ask people what they think, because this is good conversation, and I do also like, and I'm not just trying to keep referring back to the Secret Silver Society, but it is nice to be able to in real time be in a live discussion chat room with other stackers to talk about things. Like I got an email earlier today about the U.S. Mint raising their prices 15% starting July 9th, and I threw that in there and asked what they think about it. I can't really do that on my YouTube channel. The comment section doesn't work like that. So I really do I really do hope you guys, if you want to support the channel and be a part of that, I really do hope you consider it, because these discussions are fun. I love talking about this stuff. I'm on the phone with people all day long as well. So what do you think? What do you think is going to happen? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm going to wrap this video up here. Remember, folks, right now, silver's sitting at, I think, 31.42, but we are seeing a lot of confirmation that this is just the beginning. Anyways, yeah. Make sure you stick around. I'll be posting another video today as well, going over some of these other numbers. We also have an article that I'll be covering. Could silver break $35 per ounce this summer? So, there's a lot of stuff coming out. There's a lot of data coming out, and I'm going to cover it all. You'll never miss a beat over here, so make sure that you stick around and subscribe. And definitely click the bell so you get notified as soon as I post. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I will see you guys later today. Peace.